You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. One person is dead following a fire in West Wyoming on Wednesday. According to officials, crews were dispatched to 553 West 8th Street around 5:30 p.m. for reports of a structure fire. Upon arriving at the scene, crews say they were able to contain the fire to a single room and bring the flames under control within a short period of time. However, officials report that 79-year-old John Miller Jr. was pronounced dead at the scene. The Pennsylvania State Police Fire Marshal and the Luzerne County Deputy Coroner are investigating. According to officials, preliminary findings have indicated that the cause of the fire was accidental. However, the investigation remains ongoing. Stay tuned on WYLN News for updates. A Bucks County man has been convicted of third-degree murder for the death of 41-year-old Helena Johnson in 2021. According to officials, Joseph Sarmiento was found guilty but mentally ill on Wednesday morning. Officials say the murder took place on June 6, 2021, in a Hazel Township motel room where the victim had been staying with Sarmiento. According to the testimony, Johnson died of blunt force trauma sustained in a beating. During the 2-day trial, Sarmiento was determined to be guilty but mentally ill, a verdict that follows the same sentencing guidelines of a third-degree murder verdict but enables Sarmiento to receive mental health treatment during his incarceration. Sarmiento will be sentenced on May 1st. Hazleton Area Superintendent Brian Uplinger reported on Thursday that to date, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, has yet to have any negative effect on the district.
Right now, we don't. We knew about and know about the incident or the executive order, if you will, that was signed by President Trump. We don't. I have not seen, and our principals have not seen any ICE agents in the area. Our attendance has not suffered because of the executive order. Students are still registering. Students are still attending school. We're extremely happy that they're still coming and they're still here. So we have not seen any of those effects as of late.
Concerns were raised regarding the immigration agents at a school board meeting last month after President Donald Trump authorized the removal of illegal immigrants across the country in January. Through his executive actions, President Trump also rolled back policies that previously restricted immigration actions from occurring at churches and schools. In the event of ICE visiting the district, Uplinger said the school will need to comply with the protocols and orders in place, but that the safety of the students is their top priority. For additional information regarding President Trump's executive orders and actions, you can visit whitehouse.gov. Coming up on WYLN News, Governor Josh Shapiro highlights efforts to make childcare more affordable. Plus, the Hazleton City Police Department searches for a wanted man. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities, because more expertise and convenient care means better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow it's going to be cloudy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
And you will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Governor Josh Shapiro visited the Perception Training Center in Pottsville on Tuesday to highlight his efforts to make childcare more affordable in the Commonwealth. Under Shapiro's proposed budget, $55 million will be invested into workforce recruitment and retention grants to increase childcare availability and increase the pay for childcare workers.
We have a shortage of about 3,000 childcare workers all across Pennsylvania, not just here in Schuylkill County. If we could fill those 3,000 vacancies, we could provide up to 25,000 more slots for students, for young children all across our Commonwealth. That's 25,000 kids getting a great education, having a safe place to go, and, as you heard from Meredith, giving parents like Meredith, representing those 25,000 kids, the opportunity to go back to work, the opportunity to work from home, the opportunity just to be able to go about their daily lives, not worrying about their kids' welfare and their kids being taken care of. So our aim in this budget is to be able to fill those 3,000 holes. Working together, I believe that we can make a big dent in that in this budget, and as a result, create opportunity for up to 25,000 more children in Pennsylvania have access to childcare.
The recruitment and retention grants under Shapiro's proposed budget would also provide an additional $1,000 annually per employee working in licensed child care centers in the Child Care Works program. The Hazleton City Police Department is searching for a wanted man. According to police, Frank De Jesus is wanted following an incident in November of 2023. De Jesus has been charged with indecent assault and endangering the welfare of a child in connection with the incident. The suspect is described as a Hispanic male with brown hair and brown eyes. Police say De Jesus stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 190 pounds. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department is attempting to identify the female shown on screen. According to officials, the suspect is wanted on charges of theft and corruption of minors following an incident at the Union Center, Wawa. Police say the incident took place on Wednesday, February 26th, around 8:30 a.m. During the incident, police say the suspect fled the scene in a white Kia Sorento with possible ties to the Sherman Hills apartment complex. Anyone with information regarding the identity of the suspect is asked to contact 570-208-4635, extension 326. Coming up on Ringtown's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Williamsport, Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN, we'll be right back.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brux night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to BruxNightGuard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's BruxNightGuard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
The West Branch Canal would give rise to what would become Williamsport's signature industry in the 19th century, lumbering. The hills of north-central Pennsylvania at the time were a solid sea of trees, especially the heavily valued white pine, which was the perfect tree to use for ships' masts. Early lumbering operations existed from the time Europeans first set foot in Lycoming County, but would grow rapidly after the opening of the West Branch Canal. Lumberjacks soon worked non-stop in the woods around Williamsport for months on end, cutting down every tree they could, with preference given to white pines and hemlocks, the latter of which made good wood for tanning. After cutting down the trees, the lumberjacks sawed off the branches, chopped the logs to the desired length, then dragged them or used chutes to get them to the river, where they would be rafted downstream to market. The raftsmen would then sell their rafts at the end of the journey and walk back home. The problem was they could not supply area sawmills with enough logs to keep them profitable. This problem would be solved in 1851 when John Du Bois, Major James, and John Layton built the Susquehanna boom across the river just west of Williamsport. Composed of log cribs and islands connected by log chains, the boom stretched across the river for 7 miles. Its job to catch all the logs that were delivered into the water and hold them for processing. Those logs meant for sawmills along the river would pass through a double gate at the bottom of the boom, where boom rats, as those hired for the position were called, would sort out which log would go to which sawmill based on marks the lumberjacks and branded each log. The industry would take off like a rocket once the boom was in place. By 1870, 30 sawmills worked 24 hours a day along the river just to keep up with lumber demand. The timbering industry became so entrenched in Williamsport that it gave the moniker of the lumber capital of the world, with more millionaires per capita than any other community in the country. Among the most prominent millionaire lumber barons that set down roots in the community was Peter Herdick, who arrived in the area in 1846 after having run a sawmill in upstate New York. Herdick built a new sawmill along the river, and over the ensuing years purchased more and more, and eventually bought the Susquehanna boom itself. He and his partners, Mahlon Fisher and John Redding, expanded on the boom, enlarging it to hold up to 300 million board feet of lumber, enough to keep the area's sawmills going non-stop. Herdick became a fixture in Williamsport, being elected its mayor in 1869. His influence extended well beyond the community to the highest reaches of Pennsylvania's government as well. When several striking lumberjacks were arrested for demonstrating in front of the Lycoming County Courthouse during the 1872 Sawdust War, Herdick got Governor John Geary to pardon them as a personal favor. Herdick gave back to Williamsport, giving money to build many structures in the city. One notable contribution was the clock tower built for Trinity Episcopal Church in 1871. The eventual clock in the tower was the first in America to chime out the Westminster quarters, made famous from their use in Big Ben. Herdick was also an amateur inventor, and created the forerunner of the modern taxi with his Herdick, a 2-wheeled horse-drawn carriage that could hold up to 8 passengers. Peter Herdick died in 1888 after slipping and falling on ice during a trip to Huntingdon County, but his legacy looms large over Williamsport even today, where he is at rest in the city's Wildwood Cemetery. In addition to its lumber industry, other businesses took root in Williamsport around this time, particularly brewing. Perhaps the most notable brewery in the city was the Flock Brewery. Founded as the City Brewery in 1854 and centered on Franklin Street for much of its history, it would be purchased by Jacob Henry Flock in 1864. His family would run the brewery through the 1940s. Among Flock's more popular brands were Bald Eagle Special Brew, Flock's American Beer, Esquire Ale, and Old German Beer. Flock survived Prohibition by temporarily converting into a dairy during the 1920s. Once alcohol became legal again in 1933, it expanded by buying its in-city rival, the Cuck Brewing Company, in 1943. Founded by August Cuck in 1850 and situated on Main Street, Cuck's added its fine lager beer and old-style ale to Flock's recipes. The Flock Brewing Company would close its doors in 1951. Williamsport was incorporated as a city in 1866. 5 years later, it would take a heavy blow on August 20th, 1871, when a terrible fire ravaged the city. It began stables owned by C.M. Baker on East Church Street around 8 p.m. and was rapidly spread through the city by strong south winds. Compounding the issue, the city's fire departments were essentially at war with each other and fought over the right to use Williamsport's fire hydrants, thus wasting valuable time in fighting the blaze. By the time it finally was extinguished, the fire destroyed numerous local landmarks and caused $300,000 worth of damage. The cause of the blaze has never been determined. Some theorized it was sent by angry former Confederate soldiers still willing to strike back at the North for the South's defeat several years prior. Other theories would take a more xenophobic edge, blaming newly arrived immigrants for starting it. Lumber production would peak in Williamsport in the last decades of the 19th century. By this time, the rise of the railroads had rendered the West Branch Canal obsolete, although it would not be completely shut down until 1900. Three major railroads, the Philadelphia and Reading, New York Central, and Pennsylvania railroads, met in Williamsport by this time, and numerous smaller branches moved deeper into the north-central Pennsylvania woods, making it easier to move logs to market. Lumber barons would also confront the same dilemma the Onceler would eventually face in Dr. Seuss's world. They had cut down too many trees in pursuit of profits, and the surrounding hills were increasingly bare of woods. Heavy floods in 1889-1894 that broke the Susquehanna boom would prove to be the turning point for the area's lumbermen, who started moving west to Minnesota and Wisconsin, where timber was still plentiful. The Susquehanna boom was removed in 1907, and the last Williamsport sawmill closed in 1919, leaving the area wondering where they would go from there. Fortunately, other businesses would be there to fill the gap. The Morrison Patent Wire Rope Company was founded in 1886 to make its namesake wire rope of various lengths. It was renamed the Williamsport Wire Rope Company in 1888, and 1895 would move to Maynard Street. Although it was bought out by Bethlehem Steel in 1937 and has since changed hands several times, wire rope is still made on the site. There is also the Harris Wire Buckle Suspender Company, which moved to Williamsport from Jersey Shore in 1886 and operated in the city through 1912. It was considered the largest suspender manufacturer in the world at the time, churning out 40,000 suspenders a day. And in 1889, Leighton Legg Stearns, who established a general store in Williamsport years prior, expanded to a full-fledged department store at Pine, West 3rd, and Laurel Streets. L.L. Stearns would become the oldest and largest family-owned and operated department store in the country, run by 5 generations of the Stearns family until its closure in 1984.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. For many years, Dr. John Dagenhart has been a beacon of hope and healing in the Hazleton community. As the founder of Dagenhart Chiropractic Health Center, he has dedicated his life to improving the well-being of countless individuals through chiropractic care. In this special episode of Let's Talk Chiropractic, we will revisit the inspiring stories of several of Dr. John's patients whose lives have been transformed under his care.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.